some of our people to come in here. We're gonna have a good time. Let me put my phone on vibrate so we don't get interrupted. So, how many of y'all looking forward to the Danny Garcia versus Shawn Porter fight? I'll give you a quick update. Danny Garcia is 34-1, 20 KOs at the age of 30. Shawn Porter is 28-2, 1 draw. Like it's gonna be a good fight, man. Really good fight. And Shawn Porter has 17 KOs. Danny got about a few more fights, a little bit more fights than Shawn Porter has. But let's hop right into it. So I know the title probably got y'all that talks about Danny Garcia is suspended. However, even though he's suspended, it won't stop the Shawn Porter fight. Apparently, after Danny Garcia knocked out Brandon Rios, which we all know was going to happen. I'm not even sure why that fight was made. Good win for Danny Garcia, though. Props to him, but he stopped Brandon Rios. I think it was TKO in the 9th, I believe, right? Well, anyway, I'm assuming that he hurt his hands in that fight, and I guess you got to get cleared by the doctors before Nevada State Athletic Commission will allow you to continue fighting. Now, here's the tricky part. Does Nevada State Athletic Commission rules and regulations apply to all states? Because Shawn and Danny will be fighting in the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Sometimes that stuff carries over across states. Sometimes it's only for Nevada. I think New York respects Nevada's decision, but I'm not sure if it will have any bearing on whether or not that fight will continue. Because that fight will go on. Here's the thing. Nevada State Athletic Commission gave him till sometime in August to clear his way. You get it cleared through the Nevada State Athletic Commission. But being that they're going to fight in September 8th to be exact, and it's in Brooklyn, I don't think it has any bearing on it. If Danny was to fight in Nevada before August, then that fight wouldn't be going on. Saul Hernandez. Which person are you talking about, Danny or Shawn Porter? I see your little message there in the chat. Ask y'all questions. First of all, I want to know, who do y'all think is going to win this fight between Danny Garcia and Shawn Porter? I'm going to be honest with you. Shawn Porter makes a tough fight. Like always in all of Shawn Porter's fights, he fights against a lot of skilled fighters a lot. Danny Garcia is definitely the more skilled fighter, but as we said on numerous occasions, Shawn Porter is the kind of guy that can impose his will on you. He turns it into a dogfight. Shawn Porter is the kind of guy that no matter what you hit him with, he keeps coming at you. Shawn Porter is the kind of guy that he attacks you until he can break your will. His whole thing is breaking your will, attacking, making a dogfight. I've said on numerous occasions on different episodes where I said that Shawn Porter is compared to the WWE wrestler or WWF, if we go that far back, to the Brooklyn Brawler. The Brooklyn Brawler was known to come in and just mug you and hit you with some illegal shots. And Shawn comes and brings a dirty style of fighting. Some would say it's illegal. Some would say it is legal. I think there's times where he might hit you with a couple of legal blows, but a lot of boxers do that. Some of it's intentional, some is unintentional. Timothy Bradley was known as one that would, and Evander Holyfield the way they fight, they headbutt you and leave you all scarred up. You're more cut up and bleeding from the headbutts than you are from actual punches in the fight. I say that to say this. Shawn Porter mentally gets in your head during those 12 rounds. But let's look at the two guys. Let's compare the two guys. They both got losses to the same guy, Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman beat Shawn Porter, and Keith Thurman also beat Danny Garcia. But honestly, the person to me that really had the blueprint of beating Shawn Porter was Kell Brook. And the reason why Kell Brook was able to beat him is Kell Brook knew I need to hit in a hole. When he rushed in and tries to manhandle me, Kell Brook will lock his arms down, wouldn't allow him to free his arm to get off those mugging punches. Brilliant move. Definitely a brilliant move by him. With that being said, I don't think Danny Garcia is that type of fighter. Danny Garcia, I don't think he's going to hit in a hole with Shawn Porter. During a conference today, they're laughing and scoffing at the idea that Danny Garcia is going to stay in the middle of the ring and trade. I don't think it's a good idea. Also, they're banking on the fact that Shawn Porter got dropped by Adrian Broner. I believe it was a left hook. And in Danny Garcia's mind, he has the best left hook in the business. And honestly, he probably does at 147. Listen, this is the part that's killing me. Errol Spence called out all these guys. He called out Shawn Porter, Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman. He called out all these top welterweights, right? Nobody wanted to jump. Nobody wanted to get froggy, right? Here you have a guy, Mikey Garcia, a 135-pound fighter, says, hey, if y'all are afraid to fight him, I'll jump up and I'll fight him. That's pretty bad where you got a lightweight, 135-pound Mikey Garcia has more heart than anybody and is willing to jump up to 147 to face Errol Spence. Justin Ponce, what happened? How he suspended? WBC, Dirty Piss? No. Earlier we stated, Justin Ponce, that Danny Garcia is suspended because after his TKO, listen, the chef 408, the fight is still on. The fight is not off. Let me get that clear. The fight is not off. He's still fighting Shawn Porter September 8th at the Barclays Center. After Danny Garcia's fight with Brandon Rios, where he stopped him in the 9th round, apparently he hurt his hands. His hands are x-rayed, and they seem to be a little bit damaged, swollen, and hurt. So Nevada State Athletic Commission, they wanted him to bring a medical waiver to get cleared to fight again. And he has until August, I think the middle of August. But here's the thing. The fight is going to be at the Barclays Center. I think the way it works is that Danny Garcia can wait it out. But then again, Danny Garcia isn't going to fight in Vegas, in Nevada. He's fighting at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. If the fight was going to happen in Nevada, the suspension will hold up. If you go to the boxing right now and go to Danny Garcia, you'll see at the top it says that Danny Garcia is suspended. But all it has to do with him clearing his hands from getting hurt from when he fight Danny Garcia. Now, there has been times past that suspensions that come out of Vegas, Nevada, can actually carry over to other states. Some states respect the cause of Nevada State Athletic Commission. Needless to say, I think August 15th or August something was the deadline for him to get cleared. Clearly, the fight is going to go on September 8th. So we're looking at almost a month after his suspension should clear. And then plus he's fighting in Barclays. So I don't know if the decision is the reason why he's not fighting in Vegas, and it really makes sense for them to fight at Barclays anyway, because Shawn Porter is from Ohio and Danny's from Philly. A lot of the fans can travel and have easier access to go watch them at the Barclays Center than they do flying or going all the way to Vegas. It is no longer WC sanctioned. Yeah, it's sanctioned. You're usually right, but this has no truth. Marcellus Dunlap, if you want to, man, go right to Boxing Rec. Go to Danny Garcia. Look at the very top. It's a big blue bar. Matter of fact, let me click on it. Let me tell you exactly what it says. Danny Garcia, 34-1, 20 knockouts. Suspended by Nevada Athletic Commission until August 16th, 2018. There you have it. Read it directly from Boxing Rec. Marcellus, a little disappointed. You always know me to be right, but you don't think there's no truth to it. Darn, my own homeboy Marcellus that usually comes on support me. That's all good, man. But you can go read it for yourself. Give me some of your thoughts. Ponce, Saul, Marcellus, the Chief. Talk to me. Who y'all think is going to win this fight? Danny Garcia or Shawn Porter? I still never gave my prediction. I really think this fight can go either way. 7-5 Danny Garcia, 7-5 Shawn Porter. If it ended up being a draw, I wouldn't be shocked. Like I said, Danny has more skills, but I don't think he's ever been pressed the way that Shawn Porter is going to press him. He just has that mugging style that just wears you down. And then, let's be honest, you already know that Danny Garcia is probably going to receive a cut from headbutts. That's just the way that that he fights. There's no way around it. All my people out there, Ponce, Justin, the Chef, 408, Marcellus, man, drop your boy a few bucks. Hit that super chat down there. Drop your boy $1, $2, $5, $10. Help me out this month. We got a couple days left. Help me reach some goals. Don't be afraid to drop a few bucks for your boy. Listen, what are y'all thoughts on the fight this past weekend? Mikey Garcia versus Robert Easter Jr. There's, I think when they did a poll, there's like 20% of the people that thought Robert Easter could win. What are your thoughts on that? The only way Robert Easter could win that fight was he would have to box him clearly for the whole 12 rounds. And that's the thing, is that he actually has the height. What hurts Robert Easter is he doesn't have the pop. He doesn't have enough pop at the elite level to make those guys respect him, to keep them off of him. I mean, he has some punch of power. I think he has, 14 KOs out of 20-something fights, but he just don't have that pop, especially not the likes of Danny Garcia, to really just keep fighters off of him. Garcia is a troll. How he's going to even mention fighting Spence? Marcellus, like I said before this, it's sad that nobody wants to talk about fighting Spence. Shawn Porter, Danny Garcia, Adrian Broner, Keith Thurman. It's sad that you got people like Mikey Garcia moving up from 135, Terrence Crawford moving up from 140. You got smaller guys moving up saying, I'll fight Spence since y'all won't fight him. I mean, that's sad. That's sad. It takes smaller guys to move up to call Errol Spence. And Errol Spence, he's saliving at it. Like, yeah, I mean, let's be honest. Who wouldn't want to fight? You know, have small guys fight smaller guys. I mean, who wouldn't want that? I mean, that's a no-win situation. It's a win-win situation. There are fights right in his weight class, though. That's no payday. Man, listen, according to Errol Spence, he said it's an easy payday. He said that's an easy fight. Spence said this is a Mikey Garcia, easy payday. I don't think Mikey Garcia can beat Errol Spence, but I also don't think it's just an easy fight like he's making it out to be. Hey, I tell you a fight that I'm looking forward to this coming Saturday. Peter Quillin versus J. Leon Love. Morris Jetson, he was suspended by the Nevada State Athletic Commission. They wanted him to get medical clearance for his hands. Apparently, he hurt his hands when he fought Brandon Rios when he stopped him in the 9th round. I don't think that suspension holds up in the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Sometimes the different states, they respect the call of Nevada State Athletic Commission. And even in that, he had until August the 16th to get cleared by Nevada State Athletic Commission. So his suspension holds up in Nevada, but it holds no weight in the Barclays Center, which is one of the reasons why they're holding the fight there. So the fight is still on. But as of right now, if Danny wanted to fight in Nevada, he couldn't until he got medical clearance. They just want to make sure his hands are okay. And that shows a different dimension. Is Danny Garcia going into this Shawn Porter fight with hurt hands? I don't know. Marcellus, but a casual boxing fan doesn't even know Spence or Mikey. I think they're getting to know those guys, Marcellus. I mean, we say that a lot, but I think there's people that know Errol Spence and Mikey Garcia now. They've been around. The casual boxing fans. Listen, the casual boxing fans are not as uneducated as they used to be. And the reason why I say that is social media, Twitter, Facebook, and all that, it has helped the casual boxing fans realize who a lot of these fighters are. So, yeah, there was a time that the casual boxing fan was uneducated, but with social media, it's kind of hard not to know who these guys are or see little highlight clips and stuff like that. So I think that was true at one point in time, but not now. People know who these guys are, so you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. What else? What other questions do y'all have? How, based off which fight? Kell Brook. What's your question, Marcellus? How, based on which fight? Mikey took 3 years off. It's funny you keep typing Mickey. Mikey, M-I-K-E-Y. No C in Mikey. Mikey didn't take off because of his own being. That was that whole Top Rank thing. Mikey lost a lot of time, but at the same time, I think it did his body good to take that time off. All my fans out there, drop your boy a few bucks. Drop $1, $2, $5, $10. Donate to your boy. Hey, listen, let's get back to that other question I had. Peter Quillin versus J. Leon Love. Peter Quillin moving up to 168. Man, the last thing I got in my mind was when he got smashed by Danny Jacobs at 160. You know, I'm just wondering, can he handle the power of those guys at 168? Where's J. Leon Love at in his life right now? Is J. Leon Love at a place where he can beat some top tier fighters moving up 160? I mean, that's interesting also. I'm definitely can't wait to see that fight. J. Leon Love versus Peter Quillin. Who y'all got winning that fight? Throw me some predictions. Marcellus, it seems like you're the only one that's really just talking to me tonight. I'm not sure what's up to everybody else. Nobody has no questions. Usually they're full of questions. Anybody got any questions for me? That's a hard fight, man. I'm leaning more to J. Leon Love just because he's the bigger, stronger fighter. He's been at 168 for a while, but excuse me. You just never know what you're going to get. You just never know what you're going to get out of Peter Quillin. Peter Quillen still has that knockout power. Awkward fighter. He's kind of does got to land it, but we'll see. We'll see where he's at. That's the only fight. There's a couple more fights on this weekend, but the Jay Leon and Peter Quillen is the only one I'm really just interested in watching. All right, so I just want to throw that out there. Make sure you tune in to the Danny Garcia versus Shawn Porter fight. It's going to be a good fight, explosive fight. Make sure you chime in this weekend and watch Jadion Love versus Peter Quillen. They're going to be some great fights. Listen, until next time, this is Shawn with Boxing Socialist and Other Sports. We signing out.